Sirianni started his coaching career at his alma mater, Mount Union, before making the jump as an assistant to the Chiefs in 2009. During his time in KC, he worked under head coaches Todd Haley and Romeo Crennel, then joined the Chargers, worked alongside head coach Mike McCoy and offensive coordinator Frank Reich. Teaming up with Reich again with the Colts since 2018, he engineered an offense that ranked 8th in points per game over that span. Let's get back to Adam. The Eagles have found their head man. What more can you tell us?
Laura, the Eagles have been in Florida here conducting interviews for the better part of the last week since they fired Doug Peterson, brought in any number of candidates and went through them. And I think because they started a little bit late firing Doug Peterson a week after some of the other coaches got fired, they were a little bit late to the process. And again, that meant that other coaches landed other jobs elsewhere before the Eagles could have all the options that they wanted. Still had plenty of options of plenty of good candidates out there. And ultimately, in the end, I think that they felt most comfortable with Nick Sirianni, who's worked under Frank Reich in Indianapolis and knows the Philadelphia system well.
What's the right hire? I thought Doug Peterson should have stayed on, and Dan was screaming like it's about Carson Wentz. And I understand it from a money standpoint. Like they are invested in Carson Wentz. So this is another part of that investment outside of the $100 million contract, outside of the fact that he had a rough season. This is yet another investment in the fact that they think Carson Wentz is going to be the guy for the future. This is all on Carson Wentz now. Yeah. Like this, the amount of pressure that he's going to have, as we talked about the pressure you have in Philly, just got revved up another notch.
I think it's pressure on all of them. I think it's pressure on Nick, Carson Wentz, the front office, all of them. What's interesting about this is they went and got the other guy. They didn't get the guy. They didn't get Frank Reich. Mm-hmm. They got somebody else. So you expected for him to coach him the same way. It's totally different when you in that plane flying in that cockpit versus sitting back and delegating certain things. Now you become the head coach, I'm assuming the play caller, and the quarterback coach. Even though you may not have the title as a quarterback coach, you are intimately involved with him on a day-to-day basis. Will it work out? I don't know. How are you going to handle the locker room when they turn around and they look and say, well, Jalen Hurts should be really playing, man? How you going to handle that?
It's a really interesting point, Dan, because I think it's obvious. We've talked about the reasons why we're talking about Carson Wentz is because of the money that's owed to him, right? Yes. And that's what's top of mind for this organization and the leadership in the organization. But what if Jalen Hurts ends up really being the guy and Sirianni's in that scenario? Feels like, at least in his experience, he'd be prepared to go with whoever's best to run the offense?
Yeah, no, listen, this is not about Jalen Hurts. Right, this hire was
absolutely about Carson Wentz.
100%. If Jalen Hurts goes into this offseason and into the summer and proves he's a better player than Carson Wentz, then the Eagles have a big problem. Yes, there's no question about that because Nick Sirianni signed on to the Eagles' job in part because of Carson Wentz. Yes. He doesn't take the job because, you know what, I loved Jalen Hurts coming out of Oklahoma. Could Jalen Hurts become something? We have no idea. But the number one goal for him going to Philadelphia, make no mistake about it,
is to get Carson Wentz right.
Get him balling.
Yes.
And so it has everything to do with the non-physical. He's got to go make good relationship. He's also got to bring someone with him that can coach the heck out of the guy.
Yes.
This is not about being buddies.
But what if it doesn't work, and all of a sudden in that locker room they're going, well.
Then everybody's gone, though.
And that's going to happen fast, too. All right, guys, we are going to get back to this because there's a lot more to talk about with it, but let's.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.